drawing. Okay, so what we want to do is divide up our arc, in this case in our elevation. We transfer those lines down into our plan, okay, and then we correspond those lines, we draw them up, and the same thing as even just drawing a rough shape, you join each dot to dot, and that's how you work it out. So I'll show you how to do that. Again, like last time, we had our 60-30 degree lines. Okay, I've drawn them in already. That's a 60, that's a 30, I mean, that's a 60. Okay, do the same on the other side. So we can start labeling. If you want to start labeling, we can go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there we go. Now, what do you do there? Okay, it's not finished like that. Okay, what you want to do now is draw your vertical lines down. So actually the easiest way to do this would probably be set up a line here. Okay, transfer them down onto a horizontal line as such. Like that. Okay, now why do we do that? We do that because we can transfer these measurements down onto our plan, because otherwise there's no way of measuring them. When we look at this object in, we're looking straight in like that. When we look at our arc here, we can't actually see our arc. We're only seeing a line view. Okay, we're seeing a line view of it, and we can't actually see the arc, but we know it's along this line and this line. There's two arcs, of course. So what you can do is grab your compass. Okay, set it off there. Mark a point here. So that's going to be that, like so. Again, because they're symmetrical, we can just use the same measurement. So we can label that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like construction lines, because again, these aren't actually a part of our question. They're only there for construction. Okay, so now we want to do simple as, okay, and take the first one here, draw that line up. We know that 1 is sitting here. Perfect. We've done that already. How 0, I mean. Now 1 goes up and 1 goes across, like here. Okay, that's our line 1. Same again. So line 2 goes up, 0, 1. Line 2 goes here, 2, 3 goes here. We already have our line 3 drawn here pretty much. Number 3, 4. And in fact, technically it looks symmetrical, but it's still important to put our lines up like here. 4. Last but not least, 5. See that line there? That's 5, and that's 6. Now, this is where you want to be careful. You want to draw a free-flowing kind of curve. So even if we had 2 points here, you could draw a straight line if you had 2 points like this. I just showed an example. But realistically, we know it's a curve. So if you've got, let's say, 3 points like this, you don't want to join them like a constellation. You almost want to go kind of put a little curve on it. Okay, makes a little makes it look a lot more appealing, a lot more realistic, and it actually appears how it would. Now, if we even put more construction lines in, I mean more reference points in our construction, we would see that it would look a lot more curved. I saw a lot of people joining almost 3, 2, 1, and 0 in one line there in class, which really doesn't add up to much. So what you want to do is, I like to do a small kind of line like this first. It looks a lot better. You can always change the line a bit, do it nice and light first. And that's how we do it. So there we go. I'll clip that and make it into a smaller clip later. Okay. Now, just a small little tip as well. You can use isometric scale to, and we'll talk about that in our next class. We haven't gone through that. We can talk about using isometric scale. But even a small little tip is, I saw a lot of you trying to draw in, and it's very awkward, the hidden detail. This is a little trick, okay? Since we know that if we can even get our first point, which is on our 0, so we've got our front face arc and we've got our hidden arc that we're not going to see. A really handy way to do this, okay, is just, I found the first point. This is where it starts here, okay? But we know that this is pretty much an identical. It's just pushed back a small bit. It's pushed back 20 millimeters. But again, that's not to scale because we've got isometric, okay? So what you can do is you can just mark along your line here. Like so. And you can just very gently sketch that in. Okay, one. Okay, so I saw that some of you are having problems as well drawing in the arc for hidden detail. We can use isometric scale for that, but what we can also do is find a point. So I found a point just on the inside arc. So we can't see the inside arc. We'll put it in hidden detail, but we can see the exterior arc. We've already drawn that. So let's save ourselves a little bit of hassle, right? What you can do is use your compass, and you can mark in on the points where, just marking the same distance, okay, where the actual curve will be. And what this then gives you can see I've already tried to do it there, I made a small little mistake, is you can just draw in nice and lightly first. I'm doing this a bit darker just so the camera will pick it up. and this would appear like that. Okay, and then what you can do is very simply start putting in your dotted lines. So you can even try to visualize where that would be. Hidden detail. I'm going to even rub it out a small bit just so it looks more authentic. So now we can see that we have